Mabuhay to our esteemed panelists and to my sisters in this room. I just want to say I love you all so much. Namaste Telangana. Andaraki Shubhadanam. I am Krishna Gravidez and I am a 24-year-old Filipina. I come from the Philippines. But beyond the crown, I am a breadwinner. I am the eldest daughter in the family, and I am a proud fur mom of 8 large, silly, wonderfully clingy dogs. Sometimes they smell funny, but cuddling with them, giving them kisses and hugs is my most favorite way to recharge myself. I grew up surrounded by music. My dad and I would bond over guitar sessions, and that's how I eventually learned how to play it. And then later I joined our church choir, and then I became a worship leader. And then I found out that singing for me is the purest form of self-expression. And today I'm just really grateful to be working on producing my own songs, hoping to release all of them this year. And I just want to thank the Miss World organizations for including the Philippines in the top finalists for the talent. I feel like the bedroom and bathroom concerts turned into reality. But life wasn't always like this for me. I was born and raised in an impoverished community by a family of farmers. And my immediate family and me, we struggled moving from houses to houses because we cannot sustain rent. And we've also experienced eating and sleeping without electricity and water. And it became more difficult for us when my parents decided to separate. And it taught me to navigate life earlier than most. So at 14, I started selling beauty kits and flavored drinks and thrifted bags and clothes, anything that can help my mama. And then I was also a former service crew member at a fast food chain where I learned the value of humility and patience and how to understand people from all walks of life. And later on, I became an advertisement specialist, anything that can help me move forward. And that's why I can humbly say that I am a Jill of all trades. But through it all, there is one quiet dream remained, and that is to become a civil engineer. It is actually my dad's unfulfilled dream, and now I am privileged to pursue it. And also, I've always wanted to restore our 100-year-old ancestral home where I was born, and I grew up, and a place filled with love that was passed through generations. And when I last visited that home, my mama-lo, my grandmother, looked at me and said, "Hanlang gayam nga yan titivi niya, posible gayam nga uri nagapu ka tinapanglaw nga pamilya ang umato ka." In English, that means, I cannot believe this. I only see this on televisions, and it's possible after all that you can rise even if you come from a poor family. And that moment reminded me that I am not just doing this for myself, but also for my family and for every child who believes that their dreams are too far out of reach. That is why I founded Color the World with Kindness in the year 2022 to create safe and nurturing spaces for children to play, to dream, to imagine, and just be children, free from labor, free from unsafe conditions. And through my Beauty with a Purpose project, we were able to help rebuild early learning development centers and also construct concrete homes for the most vulnerable families in our community in Irisan, Baguio City. It instilled a sense of empowerment and education in our youth and in those families. And when I arrived here in Telangana, I was deeply mesmerized by your visionary infrastructures, and that reminded me of the civil engineer that I aspire to be. Not just to build structures, but of strong lives.
Magandang araw po sa inyo at welcome back dito sa ating pinakabagong video. At ang inyo pong napanood ay ang head-to-head challenge speech ni Krishna Gravidez dito sa nagpapatuloy na Miss World International na ginaganap ngayon sa bansang India. Pero bago ang lahat ay huwag kalimutang mag-like at mag-subscribe na rin kayo para updated kayo sa ating mga latest issue. So inyo pong narinig at napanood ang head-to-head challenge interview or speech ni Krishna Gravidez dito sa Miss World 2025. So mga kapolitika ay hindi po maiwasan na ikumpara ang kanyang speech dito kay Opal, suchata, itong pambato ng Thailand. So magbibigay tayo ng ating reaksyon at ng ating opinion, and later on is ipi-play rin po natin yung speech ni Opal dito sa head-to-head challenge speech sa Miss World 2025. So dito ay napag-usapan or na-mention ni Krishna Gravidez, mga kapolitika, yung kanilang kahirapan or yung kanyang personal na ambisyon sa kabila ng kahirapan nila sa buhay. So ito yung naging sentro ng kanyang speech. Meanwhile, yung kay Opal naman is nakasentro doon sa kanyang advocacy sa breast cancer awareness. So yun mga kapolitika. Pero ang tanong ng nakararami ay sino nga ba talaga ang angat dito sa kanilang portion or session na ito? Kasi may mga nagsasabi na lamang daw itong si Krishna Gravidez, itong pambato ng Philippines. Meron namang ibang mga pageant vlog or pageant pages na ang sinasabi ay angat daw itong si Opal, suchata ng Thailand dahil sa kanilang sa kanyang advocacy, kasi nga nagustuhan ni itong si Julia Morley, itong CEO ng Miss World, itong advocacy ni Opal, itong patungkol sa breast cancer awareness. So marami ang humanga dito kay Opal, pero honestly mga kapolitika, na-observe ko dito ay Krishna Gravidez na medyo kinakabahan siya. Okay, so medyo kinakabahan siya sa kanyang speech, pero all throughout naman is naitawid naman ni Krishna yung kanyang itong portion na ito. Pero kung maganda rin naman itong kay Opal, suchata. Pero ang magkakatalo dito mga kapolitika, kasi hindi naman natin masabi rin talaga kung sino ba ang nagustuhan ni Julia. Kasi makikita nyo naman or maririnig nyo naman na pare-pareho naman silang magagaling. Meron rin iba nagsabi na ang talagang napakabigat na speech ay yung kay Somalia, yung naging biktima siya ng child abuse. So doon marami ang talagang naantig at talagang naawa sa kanya dahil doon sa kanyang karanasan nung siya ay bata pa. So totoo naman na yun talaga ang nakapag-move sa nakararami. Pero dito sa part ni Opal at ni Krishna Gravidez, pero kung ako po yung tatanungin at yung honest review ko dito sa kanilang speech ay para sa akin yung aking personal na pananaw at aking personal na opinion at hindi sa pagiging bias, sa tingin ko ay nagustuhan ko itong speech ni Opal. Kay Julia pa rin or sa Miss World pa rin po magdidepende, kasi hindi naman ibig sabihin na magaling ay ikaw na yung or siya na yung paborito or nagustuhan ng Miss World. Nasa kanila pa rin po yan. Hindi natin alam, baka ngayon nga is may winner na sila, and then for formality lang itong lahat ng gaganapin sa May 31st. So i-correct ko lang din po pala yung information. Ang coronation po ng Miss World ay sa May 31. So aabangan po natin yan mga kapolitika. Okay? So yun po so far ang update natin dito sa ginaganap na Miss World 2025 sa bansang India. Samantala narito naman po ang speech ni Opal, suchata dito sa portion ng head-to-head challenge. Kung kayo ang tatanungin mga kapolitika, sino sa tingin nyo ang lamang dito sa part na ito ng head-to-head challenge? Ito bang si Krishna Gravidez or itong si Opal, suchata? But for me, ang nagustuhan ko ay itong speech or itong kay Opal ng Thailand. Mag-comment down below at huwag kalimutang mag-like at mag-subscribe na rin kayo para updated kayo sa ating mga latest issue.
Swadika. Good afternoon, honorable judges, my sisters, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Suchata Shungsi. It is my honor to be standing here representing Thailand. Coming from an international relations studies background, I see that this is not only just a diplomatic event, but it is an opportunity, a chance for all of us to represent our country while speaking up for what we believe in and what we stand up for. Mine is breast cancer. I believe that basic healthcare is not something that only people who can afford it can have it, but it's rather something that's for everyone, regardless of the life they were born into or how much money they have. And that is why I'm standing here today, speaking in the name of them. Back when I was 16 years old, I had a benign tumor removal surgery at my breast. Although it wasn't fatal, the emotional impact was overwhelming. I can still remember the sound of the clock ticking, the coldness of the temperature of the operation room, and the tears running down my cheeks, thinking, the time has come where I walk alone. And then I thought to myself, I'm so scared getting through all of this, despite all the resources, all the support system that I have. And what about those women who have no support system, no resource, not even access to basic healthcare they deserve? That made the way I see breast cancer change completely. It is something that could happen to anyone, even a little girl that I was. When it happens, it's not like one of those alarms that you snooze off every morning. It's one of those where it shakes your soul and the souls of those who love you. In my beloved country, Thailand, more than 1,900 women each year were diagnosed with breast cancer, and almost 5,000 of them couldn't make it. And to take this even further, it took the lives of 670,000 women each year, and it could reach 1.1 million by 2050 if we don't do anything about it. Recently, not long ago, I had a wonderful and informational conversation with a representative of the World Health Organization. But the truth that I discovered was truly sad and heartbreaking. Women in lower income areas are more likely to die from breast cancer, not because the disease is aggressive or unstoppable, but because early detection and treatment is too far away from their reach. It reaches the point where help was too late or help never came for them at all. Even in my country, unfortunately, less than 5% of breast cancer cases were early detected. And behind these stats, it's not just a number, it's a human being, a mother, a sister, a daughter who means the world to someone, and one day that world could be yours too. And that is why Opal for Her, My Beauty with a Purpose exists. We aim to create not only awareness, but a future where fears and barriers cannot stand between us and our dreams. We've collaborated with the Public Minister of Public Health, the National Cancer Institute, hospitals, private sectors, public sectors, and non-profit organizations. So far, we have raised more than 1 million Thai baht to support breast cancer system and offering free breast screenings for women across Thailand. Moreover, we created a podcast called Braveheart, featuring real-life stories, interviews with doctors, patients, and survivors in order to spread correct information and raise awareness about breast cancer, and most importantly, to let those in the battle know that they are not fighting alone. In the near future, I wish to provide scholarships for medical students because I strongly believe that one dedicated life of a doctor can save hundreds or even thousands of lives. We are building bridges, bringing the local community closer to the national healthcare system, and to ensure that every woman, no matter who they are, no matter where they're from, get the medical and healthcare they deserve. And this is only the beginning. With Miss World, my vision is to expand Opal for Her beyond Thailand, across Asia, across the world, because this is something we owe. We owe it to every woman, to every girl, and to every single one of our future generations. And before I'd leave, I'd like to give you this breast cancer symbol pin, just as a reminder that your life and the life of people you love is important. Thank you.